makwaba at about the POG political media and said they die and see a J just say and say oh my Ghana emu year abanyon sem ni bi na ya bobo no say the bible som oh my Ghana any POG abedafo na asa na pepo e dey ra ene ensem many dey kwan so I say they die and no me share so sorry for POG media so na so subscribe to POG media any obo kwan so a obejo subscription. Now I tell notification bell no. Now I share no for so answer so at me. I can't so on my today echo about my Ghana a political highway. So near poor Eddie Ryan sim money poor Eddie Ra a year. Fear and panic beer and so our beto a year the NPP among the cool ma just say a year. Omoda Jonathan is omoda omutiminda. Na ensem ben na say no so a hanti omo a year. Rumor and also spread there just say no rumor and also just say you John Dramani Mahama so wait made and sa aka amamrano a my Ghana your constitution so they may be favor no now wait me around for the third term and I just say obet me I spend 8 years anka a bit me so abo my Ghana a share a duma no so bar a beboa my Ghana na winner NPP for nanya tip of this a year November. Yeah, 2025 year November na year John Dramani Mahama and so bet me a share process na say na to say ono so nene dom e dey almost like camera na to say e beboa ama also Akuffo for the third term na to say in a row no ono so etimi twa 12 years in government e beboa man no na so before no esan say almost so power abanti che say ayomodadwe na almost da omutimi da fa plans for kwan almost betimi esi yewura John Dramani Mahama any trimpo and I say na namutu anu so peso 2 na say so no so this is some amra no as yes this is some amra no ema and also call into his favor abusu amra say bejebre na yapo edera ensen mi that's it
minianom on a serious note no ense bi koso Ghana ho na saa asem no ehye so ehyase abra na NPP ewo power na NDC opposition na eye almost statement na omo person omo de chichire Ghana fo na Ghana fo dina so de to aba editia John Dramani Mahama ena kusiboafo ofre ho so oye sofo we o na yenim obetna utek anopa also yenyan sapo 2016 2015 2014 2014 15 16 also yenyan sapo eno na oki kan semwa na ne party bar power no eno okotna wuntumi TV a okika ensamfo no okika say Mahama pese obenya power na o change Ghana constitution no na oninko bi ebopo hwe mesi on kusiboafo na onyi nanim se oye NPP ni no no aye na adwen se 2016 no o pese o kasa che Ghana fo no especially Kumasi de omuhu nso ni nyansa but careful analysis amaye no say papa no wajimi obi a wonim ni me meeting no 1-on-1 ene na di nkomo de me product a kire ne pen ba afen me hu so omo nyina omo sa omo ajimi on say make us omo ajimi no say papa panyi na odi na tem wajimi ena wo hu say obi a obeba betena TV so wo so oye lawyer oye radio presenter na all kase te se nkwasiafo hene kwa me afifa mensa sa kwani de mi hu ne so jimi fo da he Bawumia wo fi se adwuma na enkoto Kevin Freeman Ransford any woman keka ho ye and me can like me nkoka obi die ma no adwuma na Loud Silence Media guys headed by Kevin Taylor ye de John Mahama ba power no mo se enu bi na kwame afifa mensa nkwasiafo hene emeye mamo enya mu wo kwantwa esanse ye yamfa atoro ene de John Mahama bae esanse yamfa ignorance yamfa idiocy yamfa stupidity ene de ton John Mahama de kire Ghana fo ye the research ye the document ye the end of facts and figures the ipso factus ene ye de to Ghana fo anim enom way options no mu say emranti no kwese nyankopon asoma mo se mo mbegye mo man emfemfiri nkwasiafo nsem enu nti na NPP fo omo se Mahama akoye aduro esanse o yesremuni enti na ba no wawini NDC fo ni bi kura fi se aba wedie honhom bi na boa wo mo na emum no honhom a eboa NPP an se omunya nkoto omunya Kevin omunya Freeman omunya omo kika ho enna yede enokra emu odin edema Ghana fo na Ghana fo ato nokre no eni se adwuma we bi enna mo se kwa me afiri fa mensa meye mamo o enemu adwuma ye o starting nkwasi asem we nyina wo hu se watimi de paper ba ko sei abekire se office bi yedi nkwasi asem wo ha enti no ehun document nie jinkwasi ade yentu mfuturu mu nkofo nani ena masi basintele beye e friend say nip or say NYPO so one leader no CEO na wakoto jeep ena otiga na ho na nkwasi asem ena obi se jeep no eye photoshop na menim se jeep no obi se video eye photoshop indika na e kono so eye photoshop ana mi bisamo ti ade bi wa hwa ade bi ka we o ka no na e kono indika no number plate na e boko no nso no eye photoshop ana mo fi se bi ye ya amfa ya nko school ana enya me na me ba be defend basintele one but me pese me mam hu se enkofo no atoro no omunya yo na omo pese omo fa kwa bia so ma NDC for aya point wo no omo hu ya muahi but emfa basintele me wo ha sei me nua ketewa ne ho yes me nua ketewa no te se de kwase yi kan se ono so ni nua ketewa no e na ono so ye me nua ketewa what is here sa kwa me afifa mensa ni nkwase asem one nam Ghana ho a wodie no wono kofuru bi so obi ya akra ketewa ena we ya akra o wene wo so ya akra hwe Samo Kujetu Sam George Felix Ofosukwachi and all the young guys now Mahama at the big fat positions especially Sami Jemfi Sami Jemfi position on amanfo ni womu ankasa basintele opposition no amanfo ni womu entisi say no NPP for no omo ntumi mfa policies e ma medada Ghana for bio omo ntumi mfa development ontumi mfa exchange rate e me develop e medada obio di obetumi di aba ne say omo pese omo ye na o nkofo na Mahama a position omo so omo nemo enye ni interface no yense omo di na omo hu meye hi so omo hu ye ehi a omo hu be funo Ghana fo ni ntem na omo agina so di aba power kwa me afifa minim se wo ya asantini a wagimi se asantefo ye nyini yo eye odon ye do political party bi odon ye do nkofu bi a na ya adwen se ye di akoma nyina ma omo enti wo ya asantini na okotie kwa me afifa kan hu se o ye tribal blackmailing or blackmailing mo tribe no na odi agene nioma na odi position ho enti ono ne target ne say asantefo e was soft sport e de ma NPP ntino obe insight asantefo against NDC enya dwuma enti won ejimisem akusibo afo kan ye proud to 2020 a friend say 4 elections no San kwasiasem na bia na manfo ahyase e na Mahama say obesesa constitution ene enkoto me ka kire o say me pese Mahama anka otena akonwa no so saa kosi bra obewu nanka yi NDC ni foforo amanaba But se Mahama nimpo pese oyesa se enkoto ene wa wutie mi no wo pese ekoso sa na Mahama any parliament omuntumi mfa omupe enye Ghana constitution no ye frɛ ade bi se omo ye enim se enipa bi aginia te se Akuffo Addo no mo se wo ye mra na one tighten one nyim emran bi wa wan chi mu dendenden pa agimifo ne ba ya na de blade abete ho na o mafa ho ko enti de 1992 omo tro constitution ye ne se Ghana mra pon no ye constitution no ebi wo mu a ye betimi aye nsesan ya ye mehia wo oman ba no anase omanfo no like enchechi mu bia ena ebi nso ho a omuhu se ye pese ye sesa no a de se wo oman ba no enye temamuni wo a wotitwi okoka se obi ye temamuni a na eche se otikronim no hwemfa ne ho citizen ni twi enye temamuni citizen twi eye oman ba ana mindful se wo refer citizens as timamuni to say the radio omo mo country ni kan eche say o timani mu hwemfa ho ye say timamuni o timani mu so obi timani mu a onye citizen but obi ye oman ba ana say omani ana amanfo no a omo kunu mu a omo ne from citizens edimo fantum tirim wonam ho na oya santini na obi kan ye kasa no na se osi oye timamuni a onye timamuni obi oye timamuni no eye obi a owo kuro no mu ahwe mfa ne ho ba ye nyina ye wo kuro no bibi fa ye ho ye man fa ye ho enunti ye frɛ ye citizens o ye oman ba nti oman ba bia na oman ne se ye fa ne ho NPP for do metimi aka se o me ye timamufo esan se o no oman ne se ye mfo ho ebiri kwa me fifa oye timamuni onye citizen because the way we see aginia fa no se eba se menini nyina ye Ghana for citizen ebe ha me pa because akwana Jimmy beyond repairs kosi boafu say another one we Jimmy beyond repairs abra wo se wo ye lecturer okay no friends Kumasi Technical University watch amamfo adeda onim say Article 66(1) no entrenched position che say omo 1992 constitution no etim sa emra ni mu amemu aye din ase se impo obi bedi president na odi 8 years no ewie ni 2 times no a na opeso osesa no a 1 ohia super majority which is 75% of the results now after say yakoye referendum na referendum nenso so no yekoya registered voters wo Ghana honom no wo se yenya 40% in say emphasis 40% ni pepepe eno mbekọ akoye referendum na sa 40% ni mu no wo se yenya 75%. Enti se NPP for be gran be catch say Mahama peso osesa constitution no na okọ the third term a na che se omo ankasa no omo support esan say Mahama anyo oni lordina na be sa change no Mahama enye oni Mahama yarga oye majority speaker of parliament na be ye ana abamba be na be ye parliament entumi nye just a parliament take decision na easy enso aba at the ballot box abeto abe ni abeye referendum ni to yes or no ni etimi amend sa portion sa provision na wo Ghana constitution ni mo sa na Ghana mrane kire in this what is obi here na che say kwame free fa na nkasa no oni kusibuafo eni agimifo no a omo kasa nsem nyina age atum say ye referendum no ni e di yes or no beto o manimu a omo ankasa beto yes because unim say won 2 years eye de na akasa Mahama e person sesamra no. If you are not prepared to vote in favor of the changes Mahama person odi ba Why do you have to belabor our ears with this stupidity? Hey, go for Jimmy. You see, na omo ka sanse mu nyina no. Na me to no ma edi, na me pese nka omo be hu nyansa. Na nka omo gyan sa asem nika. District assembly about to no kra na ye pese ye you know. Say na wo senke edi koye yes or no. Say yen elections no based on political lines or yen to ni sa no because of sad year referendum ni ade na ye be kwa kwe enunti a yen timi ampase yan tinyi sa amra no. Enti sometimes oh rather yes. Enkofo na Jimmy dodo. Enkofo na Jimmy too much. Hey. Me nuanom a mo sori a mo kọ kwame afifa mensa ho kotie no. Mu kotie na mu kotie na Jimmy sem no na mo pointing out to him. We otegimpa wo so osua law me nsua law. Me nkosua constitution ni bia e wo classroom. Constitution me school kekra na me brofo kakra ye de me call school a me kosua no. Eno na me di ready. Enti wo na wo waje atomo a wo hunahuna ye. Wo ba be kan asem akire ya wo say Mahama pese osesa Ghana constitution mo ya nkwasiafo na mugu ekronim no mo obi bia wo beti se wo ka sa nkwasiase mo nyina unya tu afa bonitrim ku no because omo ya koshifo omo say man Mahama be de no no asesa Ghana constitution no parliament imponti me asesa Ghana constitution no parliament impo ya omo ya the representation of the people nimpo no decision be why they have to go back to the people who elected them to be able to make that amendment. What you say? Now, ubenya obiso or a lecturer. No, I bet now no can kwasi asem. He, me si krom hon mo. Ghana krom mo. Eye munti ena Kofi Gabs eke kansem hu no kan ye no. Eye munti ena mo PhD ena mo masters amanya wo krom ho nyina no. Eho obi passport ho onfa so sen munti because Kofi Gabs trans na or trans
like Jubílate yeah me share so over drop like na so subscribe to a POG Media so and then book on na tempa na over drop subscription so then was make me a daily update no now so I share no for and so at me aka na in some just say and also it come here go say you are John Dramani Mahama e bibia o hia beti permit na na say bibia o hia obetimi de nsa akeka mra no say owo majority or parliament and as I say cabinet no so no call for na say ono so etimi elect your ma ombeboa no ama mra no say the be ya or dane ne mra na say or some mra no na say a favor na and also betimi the easy run the ama you are John Dramani Mahama any NPP sorry NDC political party no na we na my Ghana for so age sa news ya na say rumor yi almost age no akoma pema almost bossy and now you are John Dramani ma a few months ya no so ba ban mu no juma no so ball my Ghana economy na come here is exceptional as a was from the past 4 years of ba ban no ono so be obesua the mistakes are also isua de kotena echi ehwe you are in another down car by any 8 years almost best spend it any mistakes that also you are constantly and that is also writing the wrong side also book my pa at the my God I say better also now yet in sema no medasi
no odwin no ohun say what nya ko school pass mu ye PhD no mo Jimmy say dia na se mo timi Jimmy say dia adenti na wo so ha no ho so odi ni dia se na fata e de mamo and indeed Because of some Jimmy say no, unya PhD from Ghana. Now the PR, no be crying a Holland passport and one fast was because more Jimmy Doto. Kusi boafo, or bet now and Madame for the Cyprus president, so what Jimmy say. Unim say provisions a war constitution. Mahama and the political party NDC can never change. They have to come back to you, Kusi boafo, so that you add your voice into one resolve say o pese o koto in favor of the decision that Mahama be make here. Why do you then push everything onto Mahama? Say Mahama pese o constitution. How can Mahama single-handedly, unilaterally change any provisions in the constitution of Ghana? A better than possible. Oma Jimmy Dodo. Tiadie.
We don't have time for no. Eba besi shogo finya sa. NWK Akuffo no aye ni ade o yesese. 79 kai. Eno kwa jeje Rollins no she your friend say. Was jail. Because for year May 15th, omo de ko jail. Tribunal tena na asem so e ko jail. Enti ya na manfo ye se na jeje na ye June 4 revolt. Enye jeje na ye. Satam no she jail. Eye boachi boachi jan. Osahire boachi jan. Ene ne nkofo na ye June 4. No nkofo a jeje be di anim. If one and then the charisma a personality no idea any idea. Eti na kwa yen set record the street. You can't jump for ye jeje na ye. Jeje ni ku attempted first one. May 15th fairly. June 4th no schedule. It couldn't have been that he orchestrated the coup from jail. It was Major Wachijan. One more year first school new year succeed. I don't go ye jeje. One more year now no dimri ka be fa player or the fair we mu year antics be a be can was some stay on course. Now say Jeje Rollins mo ye coup. June 4th men your friend papa say chairman I say look at here. So I call like touch. It should remind your mama. So we are why this will be overstay. The same Ghanaians of yesterday are the same Ghanaians of today. Would you dear your excellency, thank you Mr. President. Bye bye. Niam ya boy some mama. Share no for trying. Open mine money yes, or my Ghana yes heaven. If the South is a constitution and take a retrospective effect, see the make it's also a constitution as you have a crowd you 2 times left free. You better Obama the Buno, one of enjoy. It's a war bano. You came on the basis of this constitution, and this constitution at the time that you became the president, it told you that you can only be president for 2 times. It will pass a constitution, will be president 100 times. More effective. Nipa obeba no ye be starting so. What they are affected. If say the time that we swore you in on this constitution. So you are going to abide by the rules of this constitution. At no material point can you say because one person will be president. Enti ma go issue June 4 manager. Say your mama petete ma. You bet to answer. Now article 66 clearly it states it. If you go read article 66 here. You read article 66 here. Yes, article 66 say. Yango. You read the article 66. Was it a president elected shall, subject to clause 3 of this article, hold office for a term of 4 years, beginning from the date of which he was sworn in as president. So, Your Excellency, you can only, per Article 66(1), be a president for 4 years from the time of your swearing in. That's what this constitution says. And it is this constitution on which you were sworn in. What's this constitution? It won't take retrospective effect. Was say, a person shall not be elected to hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. Constitution when you swear within on. That constitution is saying you can only be a president for 1 term, which is starting from the day you were sworn in for a period of 4 years. Now we are 66.
Answer Omajimi, Article 66 no, Yankosha entrenched positions in Ghana constitution. So Okobusa AI, AI imponi nyansa efidie dade ne kura no woni nyansa se wo jimie. Yes, the tenure of the president of Ghana is an entrenched provision of the 1992 Constitution. Specifically, Article 66 states that a person shall not be elected to hold office as president for more than 2 terms. This provision is entrenched, meaning it requires more rigorous amendment process than regular constitutional provision. So rigorous amendment process. According to entrenched provisions like Article 66(1), requires a supermajority, at least 75% in a referendum. With at least 40% of registered voters participating according to the 1992 Constitution. This is a higher threshold than the standard amendment process, which only requires 2/3 majority in parliament. So the difference between Article 66(1) and the other standard amendment process, was standard amendment processor. You only need 2/3 of parliament to be able to make changes in the Constitution of Ghana. And go to Namoni Edi Agro, loud silence media. Yes, agronian sass you because demeaning no so. Na demeaning doors one. On say ye soldier no, Akuffo mu nyina pia ba beka say ye inform nyehwe wo NPP party no because de na ye kan nyina say Akuffo to no wise udan and ye say na ade. Otifie na mponche abafie na omo say na ade na papa panyi osi ho say udan na wo hwe wo. Won da bia akeka ade abeduru. Sa kwa we sori anu owura president Akuffo fie say okodi nyansa na okodi ye no ebi no. That Akuffo wey the problem of Ghana NPP. Or say protection of democratic principles, entrenching the presidential term limit is intended to safeguard against potential abuse. Na omo constitution, they were abreast of this future happenings until they made all these entrenched provisions to strictly safeguard any abuse. Say enipa metoto ye mra nanim enu he Mrs. Akuffo Addo I don't know anye because onim say enye easy if even with their position the number of members of parliament are NDC one to change the constitution say Mahama beko tete no enye easy a more rigorous process unlike the standard amendment process no you need 2/3 of parliament Mahama enya 2/3 of parliament no and no obetumi achenyi nyoman kakra bia enseda any some like adverse effect on our democratic principles. Last silence media na modi yedi agro no. I am kutu 101. Ye nkura doctor din. Hey, yenko school mo dia mo si yenko school na mo akọ school ye te ase. Certificate ye ni bi. ye different school no na so me no nyina kan Ghana constitution na wo no a wo ye jimpa wo ye PhD wo ye wan no me no kan constitution na wo nte ase untumi nso ntre ni paase ba me na mentimi anwie school no metumi betena atre ni paase me say say na asem sitie this beautiful platform so an catch him say S Gracia na NPP 4 Edeka say Mahama say oba obey win S Gracia ne crampo no. It is not part of the lexicon, the constitutional lexicon, the constitutional vocabulary now. Vocabularies where say what constitution mean now. Opa read it from crank to crank, you will not see S Gracia in that Ghana's constitution. So they adi ni o constitution wo kokon ho ntokwa. Adi a any constitution o kokon ho ntokwa wa bodam. Afedem suma hu kwase afo hene. Suma hu no muntie ne kakranka ho na me from asem.
A person shall not be elected to hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. It took 4 years, 4 years. Thank you, Ghana. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Fire. More fire.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sa dia na mo to mu ne fa he go si. Obi se obi ye bibi tia eye constitution no. Wo kan wo mo se any amendment. Eti o mo ahyeria ma kwesi prempemo. Professor kwesi prempemo. So mo eye so mo be amendment. Na even amendment no. Ofie. Enye bibia na betimi amend. The framers of the constitution, they are so intelligent that they knew that a day will come. We will have a power drunk person who will say that I want to go 3 terms. It will your majority. Said the end you know quick omo pass na obetimi amend. It will move divided into 2. Article 290. Yango article 290. Article 290. I can pay say you were a dear friend of entrenched provisions of the constitution and non-entrenched. And the executive, the whole of chapter 8, entrenched. Would it be buffer chapter 8 1? You are supposed to undergo a certain process. Process and say, Yango read article 290. Obiani ho. The moment means Mama nada. Yanka article 290. This article applies to amendments of the following provisions of the Constitution, which are in this Constitution referred to as entrenched provisions. Which are referred to as entrenched provisions. So the Constitution, Article 1, 2, and 3. The territories of Ghana, Article 4 and 5, the laws of Ghana, Article 11, Fundamental Human Rights, Chapter 5, the whole of Chapter 5. Now, okay, F one, or see the executive, Chapter 8. It is the whole of Chapter 8, the whole of the executive, entrenched. Now, you ready how entrenched provisions are supposed to be amended. It was the mom wants me amended. Mamma Nada. Deck. Mumsia did be come. President Mam wants me in your shade. Or see you are whiny, mammy educating. Or see you were whack. Money couldn't come, see dear. Oh, she am madam.
Well, so what, Jimmy? After months, you to a quasi afford. After the one who say, the entire qua we young quasi afford him. So, Omudi kai ba bedada mo. Ghana enye president nesesamra. Eye omanma nesesamra. De omanma ntumi nye no na omana nsifo aye from members of parliament no omaye. But there will be ho dia members of parliament no musi anempo omo ntumi nye. Munnim saa de we nyina na mabetena ho se Mahama pese osesamra no ko another term. Na moti ho na me nkofo bi won moye lucky misinformation any disinformation kade wi anka awrade Yesu me ni position bia wa NDC party ni mo ene nkade ya chi anka Mahama besan de position se me metna Ghana abre a ade ya tratu ho na interpretation wo ho na okọ ka kire Ghana ni foforo se Mahama pese obesesa constitution abra the actual Ghana constitution no kura kire se Mahama was speaker of parliament or chief justice obi no betimi asesa constitution je se memene wo na kwasia we abetena ho se Mahama pese osesa constitution e wo kwan be so e na betimi ayi on se okan ye na no ono asa ba be hu se oye jimifo enti no wajimi minuanom aya amanfo ba mo se o memma ye nse ya da agye wo mo de bi tale wona unim nyansa esen kwa me afri fan wo obi o
so come on na ye bo e di bra dwumadi mu na me share the POG Media Diane on the pan authentic political update POG Media so and now on saso betimi aka na won the echo and the eba e my Ghana political speed na me share so subscribe still a drop subscription or like and I person return come so and I say what share wa adwen abetimi so abo e the comment section or now so wet me edin komo or na POG Media rant e beba na yen so ya beba ho e mo me da see so jebre na je penny e de ma POG political media you better share